I was browsing the Xbox Marketplace a few days ago, and I noticed that SUPERHOT had been ported to the Xbox One. I really enjoyed this game when I played the online demo. I thought it was really innovative, and even though the $24 price tag seemed a little steep, I still went ahead and bought it. I've been really enjoying this game so far, and I especially like the aesthetic of it, how they bent the sides of the menu screen to give you the illusion that this is an old CRT monitor, and how they have the sound effect of an old computer and keyboard clicks in the background. All these weird little Easter eggs, the file menus, and the text art in there, it all just lends a good atmosphere to this kind of early 90s, hacker VR game. It's a cool concept, and one thing I do like about a good indie developer is they put a lot of style into their games. Jumping right into the gameplay, on this car level, one thing I like to do is, just for a challenge, try killing the guys as you jump around these pylons. Also, on my second playthrough, I started to make use of the jump function more. I just found that you could play the game pretty much without ever having to use it, but it's in there and there's actually some good platforming you can do. This is another fun thing to do. Here, I'm actually using the guy in the back, as you can see, to kill other enemies. Sometimes I like to play through a level and try to see how many guys I can have killed by, collateral fire or friendly fire. Always a good one to do. After beating the game and playing around with the mechanics more, I wanted to see how many thrown objects it took to kill a guy, and it turns out it's around 4 or 5. Now, another thing you can do with the objects, as I'm about to demonstrate, is actually throw them and use them to break the bullets. That's an interesting one and has gotten me out of a bind several times. Also, the explosion it creates, if it occurs close enough to an enemy, as you see here, can actually trigger a disarm. Something that can definitely get you out of a tough spot. The amorphous and urban nature of these levels combined with the color scheme reminds me a lot of Mirror's Edge. In fact, if you could combine this combat with the parkour system from Mirror's Edge, I think you'd be on to something. Also, I really like the indoor level design. For instance, this is kind of like a bar, social club area. And it's kind of a shame the story was so bad, because you could do some really cool spy type stuff with some of these levels. It's just, you get that vibe from them. This stair level is a lot of fun to play through, mainly because you get a little bit of verticality so you can experiment with doing big jump kills, something that I became addicted to after completing the game the first time. For instance here, you see me do a large melee kill where I drop down on a guy, and that's just action movie satisfying stuff. And that's something this game delivers in spades. I really wish they added more weapons to this game. The shotgun and the assault rifle were both great additions, but after seeing the VR version, how it has dual wielding and mini Uzis, I just feel like the game needs more. And at the $25 price point, I think we deserve a couple more firearms. On this particular level, called Trial I believe, you get a great opportunity to pull some awesome vertical kills. Step 1 is you're gonna disarm the dude that jumps out of the truck and then start parkouring your way up a series of stairs or fire escapes. And that little move I did down there, and it's pretty cool. I feel like that's definitely, it's a gameplay element that's built into the game and they don't capitalize on it at all. Like they should have, platforming should be part of this game. And yeah, I get it. It's, if you want to find the secret terminals, you have to do the platforming, but that doesn't really do anything and it's entirely pointless. It's almost like they just tack that on so they could justify people doing this stuff. When right here, how I can do a massive kill where I drop down on guys and take one out. I didn't even know that was possible until I went looking for the secrets in the levels, and that just seems like an element that they could have capitalized on more. Moving on to one of my favorite elements of the game is the katana. Great way to get fast melee kills off, not to mention, as you'll see later in the clip, you can throw it and take dudes out. Adding solid melee combat to this game was a great move by the developers and really fleshed out the experience for me. And that pretty much does it for my SUPERHOT Things to Do and Thoughts video. See you guys next time.